I want to talk about JT again. I want to talk a lot about JT, guys, because I like JT, y'all. JT has kind of been growing on me. I haven't really listened to her music a lot since like the first week. I try to play it or whatever. It doesn't really pull me back. So I've been following her a little bit on social media just to keep up with like what she's doing and stuff. And she's still promoting her songs and she's performing and stuff like that. So I give her a lot of respect. But I feel like JT is being mistreated in different ways. And so I feel like she's being mistreated by the fans. And also I feel like she's definitely being mistreated by Carisha. So what I want to do is we're going to go through a couple of excerpts from the interview that Carisha just did with Saucy Santana on Revolt. Did you guys watch it? What do you guys think? All right, let's go. So here, Young Miami. Do I want to talk about Young Miami? Okay, I guess we can talk about Young Miami. Yeah. So Mary had a question. She said, why does the female rappers lift up against JT? Do you think she was set up by rappers and fans to make Nicki doubt her and ISIS competitive with JT? I don't. By rappers, I can't answer that. I would need some time to think about that, but I definitely do think that something is going on between the fans and JT, or we all know that there was something going on. If you heard about, what allegedly happened between JT and another platform who considers themselves a barbs in terms of, paying their rent, quote unquote, or whatever. I definitely think that information was put out at an opportune time in order to make JT look, the JT and Nicki situation look away, in order to make JT look more oppy to the fans. I can't say that. I can't not say that JT is not on nobody's radar, because she's definitely on somebody's radar, which is probably, I'm not even going to get into it, but look at my last video that I did on JT's project. But yeah, so so I definitely feel like JT got, she just got like in the middle of stuff, like with innocent mistake or whatever. And I hope that she learned her lesson. People just show you why you can't treat them right. For real. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, and that's why, Mary, that's why I specifically named this segment that I don't feel like JT is being treated fairly, because there's another conversation. Oh, since this Carisha interview came out, what has it been, 2 days? There's been another conversation, right? Because we just talked about it, is that a lot of the fans who have been, what's it called? Witnessing the demise of the City Girls, are clocking and have been clocking the fact that JT wasn't the problem. Young Miami was more of the problem, right? So especially after this Carisha Please interview has come out now, people are like, okay, like Young Miami is jealous, like basically all the things that I'm saying. So they're really taking JT's side. And while I like it, obviously, because I agree, but those same people were probably some of the ones who were dragging JT during her first week because of the mixtape being out, just because Nicki didn't support it or Nicki didn't say anything, and it seems like there's distance between them. And so that's what I don't like, is like, I don't like how fans are flippy floppy and they'll support one person because, but the thing is, several things can be true at once. So just because I could have a fault here, I could be in the right over here. But I do feel like fans, especially fans of Nicki Minaj, their view of JT is tainted because of her, whatever their relationship is. And I wish that we could have conversations without that influence, right? Let's remove JT and Nicki Minaj's relationship from our conversation right now, and let's just talk about JT as an artist and as an individual, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. And I'm not gonna really treat her differently because of her relationship with Nicki, right? Like, it's either going to be, I'm gonna like your music or I'm not. I like your personality or I'm not. I've been, warming up to her a little bit more, obviously, because of her affiliation to Nicki. Would I care about JT if she didn't have an affiliation to Nicki? Most likely no. But now that she did have the affiliation to Nicki, it's like, oh, okay, like, show me what you got. you know, and she's actually one of the more talented female rappers out there right now. And she seems to be very humble, and I just don't have no problem with it, you know? I don't have no problem with it. Yeah, Miami was definitely hating. I think some of that backlash is because fans of her ops are intimidated by her talent. Yes, and you know, I that could definitely be the case, and some I may have to look into that perspective, because a lot of what I see in terms of like fan relations to JT is usually fans, people who are fans of Nicki Minaj, right? So anytime I see a fan of like Megan or Cardi talking about JT, it's usually in a negative light. So it's like and that's another reason why she's being treated unfairly, because she's technically, publicly, not really on the best of terms with Nicki and Cardi right now, the two biggest female rappers in the game, the two biggest fan bases in the game. Therefore, JT has a lot of opposition energy coming her way. I even saw a fan page as I was doing some research for this live. There's a whole fan page dedicated to saying like JT's mixtape is falling out of the Billboard 200, like just to report on negative stats about like JT and Nicki Minaj or any artist that fan page hates. And the fan page, I looked at the ad and it has a Barty name next to it. So it's a Cardi B fan running a fan page in disguise as JT, making you think that it's a chart update page, but they're really telling you how she's falling on the charts. I've never seen that before. Like the amount of hate that JT is getting, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I've gained respect for JT this year. I'm enjoying her genuine come up and promo without the PR stunts. That's a fact, Capricorn. We feel the exact same way. Yeah, JT is working like a true come up. No, Cinderella. Yeah. JT is definitely scared of Cardi B. You think so? Why you think so? Why you think so? Yeah, Trey, I'm glad you saw it. I'm not going crazy out here. I really be looking at things like these fans really like they're crazy, you know? And so yeah, I think like JT is getting a lot of unfair treatment and energy from a lot of different sources, and that's why I'm gonna put some respect on her, because just a couple months ago JT would have been going off right on the internet, which was one of the big critiques that I had of her. I wanted her to keep it cute, and to address whatever she needed to address without doing too much, without calling people out their name, because she just has so many great things going for her, and she finally has like really come to that realization, took that advice, and she is just keeping her head down and doing her work, and not addressing the hate. And I can't complain, you know, I can't complain with I cannot complain with that. So respect to her.
Damn.